Hello Leo, here's a reading for you for the time beginning right now on the 21st of August 2017 with the total solar eclipse. It's going to take place in just 1 hour, I think, from now. Something like that. Okay? So, great time for some of you who are able to watch it. I recommend you to. I highly recommend to watch another video I posted 2 days ago. That is introduction video to this series. I'm talking about energies that are played out in the sky because it's not only solar eclipse. It's much more. Okay, so your cards are shuffled. I'm just gonna cut the deck and we can begin. Please guide me for Leo, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Alright. I'm using a heptapod spread that I invented after I watched the Arrival, the film, science fiction film. I love it very much, and if you haven't watched it, do it. So we have 8 cards and the 9th is underneath, and it talks about the background energy, something that is hidden or in the shade. And you have Page of Wands, which is very optimistic and very much your energy, the energy of fire, but the energy of the beginner, someone enthusiastic, someone discovering the world. All right? Very useful. Energetic. Okay, let's look at your cards. You're right in the center and your card is Ace of Wands. So again, your energy. It doesn't surprise me at all. Sun is still in your sign. Mars is in your sign. And Venus will soon be, as far as I can remember. So you're in favor now. This is the spark. This is the ignition of something, a new idea, and a new beginning coming with this idea. As I said, it's a spark, but it can be a great fire if you grab it, if you use it, and if you feed it. Okay? So great energy so far. Very much your element. And very creative. Let's look what's above you. And above, I mean quite literally, the above force, something coming from above, main external influence. It's 5 of Swords. This is the first time this card appears. Oh, 5 of Swords is not a very pleasant card. It's taking your ego or someone else's ego too seriously. Someone is taking his or her ego too seriously and is ready to fight about it. This is being ready to fight, being ready to battle. And the battle can be about anything, really, in this state of mind. Really anything can grow and pretend to be very important here. And no prisoners. Life or death. Very serious. Too serious. This card also speaks about humiliation. You know. Really hurting people. Not necessarily, but for the sake of ego. For the sake of fake feeling of dignity. It's not respecting others the way people should. So not a very pleasant above energy. But that's not the whole picture. It can be you, it can be someone else, it can be the overall feeling about it. Let's look at other cards. The past, what's coming what's going to the past, or where are you coming from with this ace? The world, so it actually makes sense. Something has ended. You have learned a big life lesson with the world card. The world indicates that the lesson is learned, and you can go up, level up in the game called life. You can follow with another plan, another spark, another fire, another idea. This is success, so this is a very successful card. Don't let anybody, including you, spoil it with these petty arguments of Five of Swords. It's not worth it, absolutely. Now, the hardest part of the reading, the challenge or your weakness, something difficult is here underneath this card. Let's look. What is it? It's Queen of Wands, which is surprising to me, because this is you. This is your energy. It's like you have problems with yourself or someone who is similar to you in this fiery element. Queen of Wands, she's mostly about spiritual growth, spiritual progress. So you may have difficulties with this. You may also have difficulties with enjoying life as it is, seeing yourself in the right place, in the right time. Because Queen of Wands is very much on her place, in her time. You know, she feels well in her shoes. She feels well in the situation she has. But somehow you don't. Although you should be. It all looks like you should be. You have powerful new beginning. You have your mission accomplished here. But this Five of Swords, like something spoiling it. Something makes you impossible to cope with yourself even, right? Or this can be someone like this in your environment. You may have difficulties with this energy generally. This can be within you, this can be out of you, okay? So problems with harnessing fiery energy, with using it the best way you can. Let's look how to overcome this. What's the best way to cope with this? Six of Swords, so easing your mind. This is great progress from Five of Swords. This is coming into calmer waters, and it requires some mental work, okay? Because it's about thinking, it's about your mind. This is your mind that is not functioning well, but it can. This card indicates it can. You can move to the calmer waters. You can just, you know, leave this destructive energy of Five of Swords behind and move to Six of Swords. Generally, there is movement here. The world also indicates that there can be movement, or there was movement. Perhaps you need another movement in your life, the Six of Swords. Because generally it's leaving hard situation and moving to the more favorable one. Taking with you only the things you need. This is important here. Leave everything that is the burden on the shore and take the light boat. Don't clutter your life with unnecessary things. That is the feeling I have here, because your fire can't burn as it should when it's cluttered with too many things. Okay? Let it burn. Let the air. This is the exhale card for me. So, okay, let the air in. Let's look, what's your strength? Knight of Wands. So you have a lot of fiery energy. Aries hadn't a single card of Wands, single card of fire. You have already 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So Knight of Wands, again, this is movement, so really the best way here to cope with this and your strength is movement, is the ability to move and the ability to act. You have Page, you have Knight, you have Queen. And Knight is a very powerful one. His will isn't very steady, but he starts with great fire. He starts immediately with great passion. So this is your strength, the ignition of things. Perhaps then you can leave them to someone else. Perhaps the ignition is enough for you. Maybe it isn't, but maybe it is now. We're gonna see in the last 2 cards what the universe is going to tell us. This card, personally, I think this is the most important card in the spread, because it is what should you focus on? What's the area of work in this few weeks or few months time, or few years, as some people say? Where to go? Where to put your energy in, okay? 2 of Chalices, so partnership, definitely. And being equal. It's equal doesn't mean the same, but it's recognizing that you are equal, although you are different. Yes, they are different, but they see each other as they are, and they appreciate each other as they are. They don't then they don't try to be similar to each other. That's not the worth of partnership. Partners shouldn't dissolve in one another. No, they should stay separate, but they should stay together, having a bond and reflecting each other in different ways. This is important, because when you dissolve into a partner, he or she cannot see himself in you or herself in you. And this is the very worthy thing, to see yourself in this friendly partnership manner. The partner allows you to see you. And what do we see here? We see the eclipse. And this is precisely what's happening in the sky right now. We have the moon merging with the sun, but they stay separate. They merge for a while. Moon eclipses the sun, and then they part. Does that make them less? No, it doesn't. They stay themselves, and you are supposed to stay yourself as you are. Don't dissolve yourself in the other. But on the other hand, don't try to be, don't take out the knife every time you're different. All right? That's not worth it. Recognize the value of your partner and give them fire. I think this is the greatest gift you have here. Okay, Leo, so focus on partnership, no matter how you understand it. Can be love, can be friendship, can be your family, can be your passion. But treat them as equals to you, okay? You're not better, you're different. And the last card, which is usually called the outcome, but I don't like this word because the outcome seems to be something very, set in stone and said and done and not to be changed, which is absolutely not true and not what I intend here. This is rather like a vista, a view, an insight. Perhaps it needs to be highlighted. It needs to be underlined in order for you not to forget about it, in order for you to recognize it, to notice it. Perhaps this is something difficult. You should put your focus on, additional focus, okay? So this is not something that is not changeable. You can change it if you don't like it, but pay attention to this. This is important information at the end of this reading, okay? And you have the Chariot, and it's very much in line with Two of Chalices, because it's merging two different forces. Somehow I feel there is someone in your life you have difficulty with. So perhaps it's not you, perhaps it's someone else's energy. You're white and you're wearing white, he's wearing black, or the other way. You're very different. You're very different, but you need each other and you complement each other because you are different. If you were the same, you wouldn't need one another, okay? And only together you can create something new. Only together you can move through obstacles. Only together you can move forward, you can conquer the world. But only by recognizing and valuing the very fact that you are very much different. But we need both yin and yang, okay? We need both male and female. We need both moon and sun to have this beautiful phenomenon, eclipse. So recognize the differences and value them. Worship them even. That's what I hear. That's what I want to say. Worship your differences, because this makes your world move forward. And this makes wonders in your world, really. So what I feel here is that you will overcome this painful, hurtful energy with the peace of mind, and you would be able to harness your fiery energy into creating something very beautiful and unique with the other. That's the main message coming from this reading, and I wish you to fulfill it. Really, I wish you to fulfill it, because it seems very beautiful to me, especially with 10 of Pentacles underneath and 10 of Chalices underneath. Look at those cards. It's all waiting for you to harness your fiery energy and to put it in the right place with the right person. Find it, do it, overcome this petty arguments. You don't need it in your life. You're greater than this. There's so much more to gain here. Okay, Leo, I wish you a beautiful time. I wish you absolutely use it the best way possible. Thank you for your time, and bye-bye.